It's a great day to be a Lego fan, I guess, right? The new Lego Porsche has come out, and here it is. It is set 10295, 1,458 pieces. It's for the 18 plus crowd. Again, Lego targeting the older generation to build and enjoy Lego. This set retails for about $149.99. And it was supposed to come, as this set is for VIP early access, they did for this set. It was supposed to come with this really cool gift with purchase, which came with a leather wallet that said Porsche on it, as well as some other pictures and postcards. And unfortunately, I guess due to shipping problems, according to Lego's official statement, they were not able to ship it to North America. So that is going to be a scalper's dream. So I was unable to get that. I was able to only get the Porsche, which can be built into two models, which is kind of sweet. You know, they give you enough pieces to build either the Targa, which is a convertible, which does come with a top, or the Turbo, as you can see here, that has the big wing on the back. So I don't know yet which one I'm going to do. So you're going to have to watch this video and find out. I'm torn on which one to do here. I don't know yet. But that's the car. It looks pretty sweet. I was on the fence about the white at first, but I do kind of like it now. It's grown on me with the 80s touch to it and the kind of brownish, reddish leather interior. All right, so I'm going to crack this open and we'll go from there. All right, fans, so back in, just so you can see the bag count, we get 10 numbered bags, and then the bag of wheels and windshields. Interesting note here, out of the 10 bags, only bag 5, I believe. Is it bag 5? Yeah, bag 5 is the only one that has double bags. All the rest are single bags, so I'm good with that. 10 bags for 1,500 pieces, that's good. You don't have to sit there for hours and build one bag, which is kind of cool. One thing for me that's I'm not a big fan of, but you know, I guess with the eco-friendly way we're going in general, this box no longer has the little nice tape or tape at the top to cut open. You actually have to pop open the box. So you have to, you know, kind of tear the box to get into this. So I'm not a big fan of that, but you know, I understand what's going on, but that's the only way you can open it is to kind of rip the box. And I tried to do it as good as I could. So that's something to contend with if you're a collector. I don't know, you may have to fork out 300 skrills if you want one not to have to tear the box. And then the other thing here is the manual. It's a pretty thick manual in general. And it's got the two cars at the top. You can only build one of these cars. You cannot build two with the one set. So it's got details, you know, just basic details about the two cars. Not a whole lot of info. I was actually expecting a little bit more info, not necessarily a pro or a con, but I was actually expecting a few more pages and illustrations of the cars and a little bit more history of actually designing the car, but that's really all you get. And then here is your tool. And then lastly, bags 1 through 7 is most of the car build, and then 8 and 9 gets you one version, and then 8 and 10 gets you the other version. So 8 and 10 is the Targa, and the 8 and 9 is the Turbo, and then you are right into the build, which is where we are going next. All right, fans, so typically I build 3 bags, but because there were 10, I figured I'd do 4 bags. So even though I guess 2 of the bags you don't use, or 1 of the bags you don't use. So here it is after 4 bags, and you build a large portion of the back of this thing, and then you start to build into the front, which is where bag 5 is going to start. I have to say this has been a really interesting and fun build. Lots of new pieces in this set, surprisingly a lot. I don't know why Lego picked this one to make all these new pieces, but I'm not complaining. For example, they talk about this being new. This is in a new color. These pieces are new. Lots of little pieces inside this that are new as well. You know, Lego has built tons of different seats, yet they always manage to build them differently each time. These seats are kind of cool how they build. They do go back a little bit, both sides. And there are no stickers in this set. That is a print. That is the first print so far that I've put on. And there's the motor. You can see it's relatively simple, at least at this point. But yeah, the motor is in the back. And coming along pretty nicely here. Just so you can see the bottom so far. Not a whole lot going on, a bunch of Technic stuff. But all in all, this has been a very fun and interesting build. Not a whole lot of repetition, even though both sides of the car are the same. But yeah, coming along. On to bag number 5. All right, here we are. After 7 bags, I have now completed the first of 2 stages of the Lego Porsche. Looks pretty sweet. I have to say, a very cool build, as I had mentioned. And the Lego went all out on this set, interesting enough. I'm not exactly sure where they picked this one, but, you know, no stickers. Again, that's a print. And the instructions got lots of cool tidbits of information. They can go here. You can see the seats again. The steering wheel does move. We'll go over that a little bit later. And now you can see the front of the car. So now it gets to decision time on what you want to do. You can build the turbo. So once you get to bag 8, you have to pick between the turbo or the Targa. There's basically 2 bags for either model at this point. So I will say the turbo appears to have more pieces in it, but there's about 60 additional steps per car you choose. So it doesn't matter if you choose a turbo or a Targa. There's about 60 steps from this point forward. So you basically get here and you pick which one you want. And if you pick the turbo, it's got a little bit of information about the turbo in general. And then it is bag 8 and 9. And if you decide on the Targa, you basically get to that section in the book. It's got a little bit of information about the Targa. And then you start to build, which is bag 8 and 10. So there you go, folks. I am going to pick, I think, the Targa. I like the classic look of the back of the car. I'm a little on the fence about the convertible top and the way it looks in Lego form, but I'm going to give it a shot and see the way that it looks when it's finished. So until the end, see you soon. Okay, so here we go, the finished product. I built the Targa. Big differences are larger wheel wells here. The back is completely different. You would have a larger wing here. This is going to be different. There's no convertible top. Those are your big differences there. There's really nothing changing in the front of the car. You have to build an axle on the bottom for the back wheels as well to compensate for the larger wheel well. But that's the big difference. And the motor, they upgrade the motor on the Targa. I'm sorry, on the turbo. So here you go. I am very pleased with this. It's well built. They improved, they keep improving on these cars as they build them. These are pretty solid. They don't flop off, sort of like the way that the Mustang was. But again, it's a different type of car. So no stickers, as mentioned before. This opens. So just so you can see here, level set this if I can get it to open. But that will open, give you a large trunk. The top of the convertible does fit in here nicely. Just kind of plops in there. And then this will close nicely as well if I can make it happen. There you go. And it closes as if you don't even know it's there. So nice storage. Doors do open. They are very snug. This is another area that they've improved on with their cars. These doors have a nice opening. Now you will notice that these go crazy open as some other cars are, hinged there like normal doors, but they have improved on the snugness here. This is not really gapped anymore. They've done a pretty good job on that. In the interior of the car, it's pretty basic as far as your, dials go. The steering wheel will move and will turn your wheels. So that feature is still there. And then the seats do, go back a little bit. If you're on your little party and when you bring a couple buddies, it's very tight back there. It's like a rainforest or a greenhouse, I should say, back there. But the seats do go back. They are in sort of an orangey brown color. I do like that. There's your back. And then in the motor area, this does open up as well to reveal the motor. If I can get to it. Let's see here. Sorry, folks. There we go. All right, so this does open to reveal your motor. This is relatively basic, but in the turbo, there's more components that you need to build for the motor because you got a turbo engine. This is more for the cruiser, But that is a print as well. Looks pretty good. What attracts me to this version is I feel like the back of this is classic Porsche. And that's an ode to the designer of the set, but just looks really nice. They got all the angles on this Porsche looking really nice. All the way around, very smooth. You do have this emergency brake that actually will go up if you want. So, if you have to stop short or you're being chased by the police, this goes up. I can't get my finger in there. There it goes. That goes up. You can stop. And then you have your stick shift here that does move sort of up and down. But all in all, a very nice, pleasant build. Definitely one of the better car building experiences that I've had. It just, I don't know, there's lots of unique building experiences. There's lots of new pieces, surprisingly, on this set. And all in all, I think they got the shape of this car as pretty much as good as you're going to get. I am a little bummed that you can only build one of them. I mean, I get it. It's cool that they give you the option. I was definitely conflicted on which one to build, but at the end, I like the classic look of the back of this. This reminds me of a 60s Porsche. And I've got some farm animals now that I need to tend to. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions on this sweet set. Definitely worth the pickup. It is a bummer if you live in the States and North America in general. You cannot get the special gift with purchase that came with it. It's only overseas. That piece kind of sucks. The last little thing I'll show you here. You can put this on. It clips in pretty easy, right in that area. And it just kind of rests up at the top. Kind of looks a little weird. But nonetheless, it is there for you, and it kind of mimics the way it actually is when you buy this car back in the day. It just kind of take it off, and you put it in the trunk. All right, CC and RR fans, stay tuned for many more interesting builds. Check out our regular channel for Star Wars and other toy reviews. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Until next time, peace.